What is good, y'all? So today's video, we're going to talk about having a higher standard for yourself, especially if you want to accomplish more with your fitness goals, with your business goal, with your relationship goals, with your faith goals, whatever it may be in your life that you want to accomplish. Hold yourself to a higher standard. I'll give you this example with fitness. Imagine the guy that is showing up to the gym maybe once or twice out of the week. Now imagine the same guy going to the gym 4 or 5 times out of the week. When you fast forward 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 12 months from now, which guy do you think is going to be ahead? Which guy do you think is going to accomplish more results? The guy that is showing up once or twice out of the week? No. Yes, he's making progress. Yes, that's great. But when you hold yourself to a higher standard, you're going to accomplish way more. Whether it's trying to lose more weight, whether it's trying to lose more fat, whether it's trying to build more muscle, you're going to be able to accomplish so much more when you hold yourself to a higher standard. Think about your diet and nutrition. If the dude that is trying to lose weight, lose fat, fit his clothes a lot better, have more energy, have more confidence, and being overall healthier is only on track with his diet like 2 to 3 times out of the week versus the guy that is staying consistent 6 out of the 7 days, who's going to get more results? Who's going to be the one getting more compliments this summer? Who's the one that's going to actually feel more confident taking off his shirt at the pool, at the beach, on vacations this summer? The guy that is showing up more. The guy with higher standards and actually taking more action and staying more consistent. So if you want to accomplish more in your life, you got to hold yourself to a higher standard. You cannot think about like, man, can I do the bare minimum and still get results? Don't think like that, bro. Don't think about the bare minimum. Think about how much you can do each and every single day. Be proud of the results that you put in. Literally, for me, man, I'm putting in that work every single day. And when I lay down on my pillow at night, I'm just like, man, I did absolutely all that I can today with my fitness, with my business, with my relationships, with my faith, whatever it may be. I did all that I can today. That's the thing that I want to tell myself every single day. Am I perfect? No, I'm not perfect at all. I mess up, I fail. Like, I mess up all the time, but my mindset is always like, man, like, hold yourself to a higher standard. Yes, you're going to mess up. Yes, you're going to fail, but why not just hold yourself to a higher standard and do the absolute best that you can every single day, every single week? Those things will stack up over long periods of time. And when you take massive action towards your goals, you're going to be able to accomplish so much more results. When you think about your business, when I first started my business, I was making like $500 a month, $1,000 per month. I was struggling to get by. On top of, it's like in-person training, I was making like $2,000 per month, $3,000 per month. So like together, it was like 3 to 4K per month, right? I was grinding my butt off, working 8 to 10 hour days, right? I was barely making a living for myself. Mind you, I was living with my mom back in the day, but I was grinding. I was hustling 10, 12-hour days. Then I was exposed to people that were doing $10,000 per month, $20,000 per month, $50,000 per month, $100,000 per month. And I was like, bro, like, why is my standard, like $5,000 a month? If I hit $5,000 a month back then, I was like, man, I'm stoked. I'm so happy. I was being challenged. I was being challenged with these other coaches. Be like, bro, like, why not aim for more? Why not aim for 10? Why not aim for 20? Why not aim for 30? And when I started thinking about that, I was like, you're right. Like, why not aim for more? Like, why am I content, with $5,000 per month? Why am I content with that? If I held myself to a higher standard, what is that going to look like? I had questions. So I started questioning the people that were already at those results doing 10K per month, 20K per month, because those were like the nearest people where I wanted to aspire towards. And I was like, bro, how do you think? How do you talk? How do you move? What are your habits? What are you doing on a consistent basis in order for you to hit 10K per month, 20K per month? What are you doing? What is your mindset like? And they just shared with me. They just shared with me what they thought about, what their habits were, what they do on an everyday basis. And as I was able to take that and implement it into my life, I was like learning so much more. And I held myself to that standard. I was like, all right, I'm going to do whatever it takes in order for me to hit that 10K per month. And within 6 months after starting my business, that's what I did. It took me 6 months for me to hit my first $10,000 month. And I was like, bro, this is crazy. When I held myself to a higher standard and I was able to listen to the advice of those that were ahead of me, and I figured out what I need to do each and every single day to hit that, I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. When I held myself to a higher standard, I was forced to get uncomfortable. I was forced to step outside my comfort zone. I was forced to think creatively on how I can do that. And the reason why I got there is because I was thinking to myself, like, man, like, how do I get there? Because if I don't have the game plan, if I don't have the roadmap, I don't have the blueprint on how to get there or know the action steps that I needed to know, then how am I going to get there? So I listened to more successful people than me. And from that point on, I was like, bro, like, I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much. And the next thing that I did was I was like, all right, I'm at $10,000 per month. Like, what can I do to hit 20? What can I do to hit 20? I was like, all right, you know, if I want to hit 20, I got to talk to people that are hit 20. I got to see what they're doing. I got to tap into their minds. I got to see how they think, how they move, what their habits are, their mindset, their strategies, their tactics, whatever it may be, right? I was like, all right, you know, like I did the same exact thing and I got to 20. And then last year in April 2024, I hit $37,866.66, bro, because I held myself to a higher standard. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, bro, like literally the sky is the limit. You just got to get creative with it. Like you got to think outside the box. Don't ever limit yourself, bro. Don't ever limit yourself, because when you start thinking outside the box, you got to be creative with it. Because I realized for me, I was like, realistically, how do I do this? How do I accomplish this result in my life? You got to think differently. Because if you have, let's say, like a 9-to-5 job that pays you $5,000 per month, it's like realistically, it's like, what do you need to do in order for you to get to that 30K month? It's like now you're being forced to think. It's like, should I get a side hustle? Should I build a business? It's like, should I, you know, like get that promotion? Should I, you know, like you just start thinking differently, bro. Like when you hold yourself to a higher standard, you just have to operate differently. You start having to think creatively in order for you to get there. And that's my biggest encouragement for you, bro. Like, don't ever limit yourself. Always hold yourself to a higher standard. Never give up on your goals. Never give up on your dreams. Never do the bare minimum, bro. Never do the bare minimum. So my biggest encouragement for you is always set a higher standard for yourself. Don't get complacent. Don't stay stuck in the same place that you are right now. If you're not learning, if you're not growing, if you're not developing every single day and just trying to soak in the knowledge of those that are further ahead of you in your journey, then you are doing yourself such a disservice, bro. Like, if you want more, you gotta hold yourself to a higher standard. And when you hold yourself to a higher standard, you are forced to think differently. You are forced to move differently. You are forced to step outside your comfort zone, and this is going to drastically change your life around. When I was forced to hold myself to a higher standard, my life changed around like no other. I want the same for you, bro. Whether it's your fitness goals, whether it's your business goals, always strive for more. Always be learning. Always be growing. Always be developing. Always be surrounding yourself with people that are hungry to grow, and that energy is going to feed off into you too. Because if you're around hungry and ambitious individuals, that energy is going to transfer into you. Because the people that were pouring into me was making 10K per month, 20K per month, 30K per month, 50K per month. They were just pouring into me their knowledge, their wisdom, their strategies, their blueprint, and everything, bro. And as I was surrounding myself with that, I was like forced to think differently. I had to shift my mindset from where I was and where I want to become. And that all starts with you setting a higher standard and wanting more for your life. Because, for example, if you are just content with hitting the gym once or twice out of the week and you don't want more for yourself, I can't say anything to you. But if you want more results, you want to lose more fat, you want to build more muscle, you want to build your dream physique that makes people go like, wow, dude, like that's amazing, bro. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard. If you want more for your business, if you want more for your life, don't be content making 5K per month. Don't be content making 10K per month. Don't be content making 20K per month. Don't be content making 100K per month. Don't be content making $1 million a month. Always be striving for more. But obviously, don't burn yourself out, all right? Don't burn yourself out in the pursuit of building your business. There's always ways to work smarter. There's always ways to work harder. There's always way for you to leverage your time. Do whatever it takes in order for you to elevate in your life in 2025.